Hi all, so today we are going to discuss chapter 8, limits and continuity. So our main focus today will be on chapter 8.1, limit, and we are going to discuss two questions on case 2. That is, when you solve the limit, you will find out your answer will be 0 over 0. So when you come across with this kind of question, you can either use factorization or we use conjugate. Okay, so we use conjugate when the question has surds. Okay, we have surds and we will solve it, you will get 0 over 0. Then we will use the concept of multiplication of conjugate. And note that if you use this, okay, which is conjugate, you only need to expand the one with conjugate. So later we will try to see a question, okay, with this kind of concept, and later you will know what does it mean by this, okay, which is only expand the one with conjugate. Or sometimes we might need to use both. Okay, so now let's see our first example. So here we need to find the limit of p minus 9 over square root of p minus 3 when p approaches 9. So when you substitute the value of p equals to 9 into the limit, the fx, you get 9 minus 9 over square root of 9 minus 3, and thus you will get 0 over 0. So this is case 2. So this answer is not the one that we want. So revise back, what we can do, we can either factorize or we can use conjugate, or sometimes we use both. So in this question, obviously there is a surd. So we are going to use the concept of conjugate. So now, so we just rewrite the question, okay, and then we multiply the fx that is here. This one we call as fx. Okay, so we multiply the fx with its conjugates. Yeah? So doesn't matter the surd is at numerator or denominator. We can use the concept of conjugate when it is case 2. Okay, so we multiply with the conjugate of square root of p minus 3 is p plus 3. Okay, so what you will get is, so note that here we use the concept of a squared minus b squared equals to a plus b times with a minus b. Okay, so at the denominator here we can use the concept. Okay, so what we can get for the denominator is p minus 9. So how can we get 9? Oh, this one is actually 3 squared. Okay, so actually what we can get is p squared, okay, minus 3 squared. This is what we can get. So then we will get p minus 9. Okay, so this one is the one that we want to expand, because we only expand the one with conjugate. Okay, we only expand the one with conjugate. So from the question you can know the conjugate is at denominator, so we only expand the denominator. For the numerator, we can just copy down. Okay, now you will note that there will be a same factor at the numerator and also denominator. So this means that we can cancel out. So this one will become 1 and this one will also become 1. So later you will just left with, okay, sorry, there is a mistake here. Okay, this is 9. Okay, so we will left with square root of p plus 3. And then now we can substitute the value into the fx. So you will have square root of 9 plus 3. And thus you will get 6. So the answer for this question will be 6. Okay, so now let us look at the second question. So now if we substitute r equals to 0 into the fx, we will get 2 plus 0 squared minus 2 squared over 0. Okay, so we will get 4 minus 4 over 0. And at the end you will get 0 over 0. So this one will be case 2. Okay, so revise again. For case 2, we can either factorize or we use conjugate, or sometimes we use both. So in this question, there is no surd. So means that we will not use the concept of multiplication of conjugate. So actually in this question, what we need to do is just to expand. Okay, we expand the fx. So after we expand, we'll get, okay, expand r plus 2 plus r squared, we'll get 4 plus 4r plus r squared. So this one we just copy down. Okay, exactly the same thing. Okay, now note that this 4 can be cancelled out with this, because 2 squared is just equals to 4. So here we have positive 4 and here we have minus 4, so we can cancel off. Okay, so you get 0 for that. And now we just left with 4r and r squared. So we will have limit r approach 0, 4r plus r squared over r. So note that we have the same factor at numerator and denominator, that is r. So means that we can cancel off. So this one cancel off, you have 1, cancel off, you will have you will be left with 4, and this one cancel off, you will get r. So means that you will have, okay, 4 plus r over 1. Okay, so it's just simply 4. Sorry, there should not be equal. It should have no equal sign there. Yeah? So we will have 4 plus r. So now we can just substitute the value of r into the fx. So we'll get 4 plus 0, and thus your answer will be 4. So this is how we are going to solve the questions on case 2 when you have 0 over 0. So we can either use factorize or use conjugate when there is a cert in the fx, or sometimes we might need to use both. So I hope that my video helped you. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.